If you don't want to make money with ads, this is what you should do. Only running retargeting ads. Now, if you are only running retargeting ads, you're basically emptying out your whole bucket that you have collected in the past. Obviously, for some brands, it's great. If you have different collections dropping every month, obviously a part of it should be going towards retargeting, looking at your ads. But if you are like an evergreen brand that is always selling the same product, you should not be spending any money on retargeting. Now with retargeting ads, it's obviously great for a small percentage of like advertisers. If you're running any cold traffic, obviously you will have some retargeting going on in your Facebook ad campaigns. So if you're running prospecting, you're doing broad, you are also excluding all of your customers from your acquisition campaigns, automatically you will always retarget people. So there is no need for a specific retargeting campaign to retarget existing customers or website visitors or social engagers, because your cold campaign will do that for you. With that, it will collect more data inside one campaign, so that campaign can optimize a lot better, and also looking at acquiring new customers for that campaign as well, because Facebook will learn from your existing customers what kind of behavior do they have, and they will find similar people. Kind of like how lookalike audience used to work, but now it's like super simplified inside one campaign if you are running for a simplified account structure. And the next thing with retargeting ads is it basically doesn't contain any growth. You're constantly pushing ads to the same people, while that same resource could have gone to like prospective customers that are new to your brand and could actually help you grow your brand further. Obviously, with your ads, retargeting will convert better, showcase a higher ROAS, a lower CPA, but within our agency, we always look at new customer ROAS or new customer CPA, which is a way better and more important metric for us to track the overall business growth. Are we actually acquiring new customers for our businesses? So basically what you want to do is run prospecting 90 to 95% of the time. So you can actually focus on growing your business rather than looking at inflated metrics in your Facebook ad account by just running retargeting. We've seen it like time and time again where businesses come to us and say like, oh, we've gotten like a 5x ROAS, we want to maintain that. But then we're turning on prospecting and we're getting like a 2x. And they're like, what is this? Like, you're doing worse than we're doing before. Actually, not really, because you were just retargeting people in your funnel, and obviously that shows a great ROAS, but did that really grow your business? Possibly not. And also you want to look at your incremental revenue from ads. So those metrics that I just mentioned, NCPA, your new customer CPA, or your NC ROAS, your new customer ROAS, which are a lot more incremental in terms of like looking at those metrics and actually basing your decisions off those metrics. So when you're optimizing, look at those metrics inside Triple Whale, and from there, make sure that your campaigns are getting your targets based on those two metrics. And the second thing, if you don't want to grow with your business, is run $5 per day ad sets. Now the problem with $5 a day ad set is you're not giving Facebook enough room in order for them to get your ideal customer. Basically, you're only telling Facebook, I'm willing to spend €5 every day to get a customer, and that's really not enough. For example, you want to get a CPA of like 25. Like 25 is your target CPA. It's going to take Facebook like 45 days to actually get one sale. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So you at least need to set your budget at like 1 if you want to play like very conservative, like 1 time your average CPA, and that's even like lowballing it because you want to spend more than that. So Facebook can get more purchases inside a single day and it can optimize a lot faster. So usually what we do is like do the 3x your average CPA and set as our starting budget for starting brands. But obviously some brands have limited resources, but then you have to ask yourself a question: do I need to be running ads right now? If you don't have the budget for Facebook to even get you some customers, then obviously you're not in the right position of doing ads right now. General benchmark is to aim for 50 conversions per week with your ads. So you want to set your budget as high as that, like absolute minimum. So for example, if you have a target CPA of 25, you want to get 50 conversions per week. That's a total budget of €1,250 for the entire week. That's divided by 7, that's around like 180 in terms of total budget per day. So you want to make sure to calculate that number and from there estimate your daily budget and set that as your daily budget to aim for those 50 conversions per week. Now the third thing you should do if you don't want to grow with your business is don't focus on retaining customers. And we all know retaining a customer is always cheaper than acquiring a new customer. So you want to focus on retaining your customers. So after your ads have done the heavy lifting for you, you want to make sure that you also focus on retaining that customer, because you're spending money on ads, that's your own budget. And you want to make sure that that budget is well spent and not just going to waste. Acquiring a customer and from there just like letting it sit there. You want to have the backend systems to make sure that the customer experience is there and a customer will stay like for as long as possible and focus on that lifetime value of that customer. So focusing on customer experience is super important. What's the lifetime value of the customer? Do you know that? Like, so many businesses don't know their lifetime value. And it's a very important metric to actually track to make sure that you can estimate also your customer acquisition cost. So let's say your lifetime value of a customer is around like $100. You can acquire a customer for $10. So you know, like after you spend $10 on ads, you're break even. And then afterwards, you know that like after, for example, let's say 3 months, you'll make $100 back. So basically you want to calculate that. Like maybe you can spend $20, $30, or even $40 on a customer to acquire them because you know you're going to make $100 back. So that way you're able to scale a lot harder because you know your acquisition cost, you know your LTV, and from there don't have any guesswork in the whole equation because you know you will get more out of that customer after 3 months. So with that equation, you know you can spend $10 to acquire a customer. That's not really a system to scale because you know if you drive ad cost up, like your customer acquisition cost will also rise. So in the end, you want to make sure that you know your numbers because if you know I can spend 40, you can scale a lot harder, a lot faster, so you can grow further. But in order to do that, you obviously need to make sure that the whole cash flow makes sense in your business. So in order to do that, you obviously need the cash flow. So you need to make sure that that overall cash flow does make sense for your business as well to scale an LTV to CAC ratio as well. Obviously, if you aim for a first order profitable order, then you need to readjust those numbers. And also very important in customer experience is, for example, how fast does your order get delivered? Like what are the post-purchase flows after somebody bought their items? Like will they get SMS updates on their tracking information? Will they get email updates? Will they get like a welcome flow after they bought and like instructions for your products? And also of course, how many customer support tickets are you getting? Like that's super important to measure like the overall customer experience. Minimize those customer support tickets obviously because that means people are happy with their product and from there they know what to do with your product. And then of course you need to track like will they come back and put those systems in place to make sure that customers are coming back. Now the last thing you want to focus on if you don't want to grow with your business is thinking your ads will be the end all be all for your business growth. Like that's the number one mistake like a lot of companies that come to us to run our ads think like, oh, we're just signing on with this agency and they can help us grow our business. But in the end, to be very honest, an agency is only like 30% of the equation. Like a good business will sell eventually. Like you don't need a really good agency to like sell your products. Like obviously what we come in and do is like we come in and amplify what you're already doing. Obviously there are great starting brands and we can help them scale very, very fast. Like if your product is not good and your business is not really like a sustainable business and it's not like set up for growth, there will be no agency that can help you grow your business. Obviously as an agency, we're great at what we do, but as a brand owner, you gotta realize like, is this product going to sell? Like, am I selling a real product? And if you think like, oh, I have like an average product and I will just go to an agency and they will sell my product and sell out and get to 6, 7, 8 figures and from there like take over the world, then you're freaking wrong, man. Then you won't be here for long, man. Then it's not your business here and you will be wiped away by your competitors very, very fast. Now, obviously you can get to like 6 and 7 figures, but obviously after that you will get to 8, 9 figures and you need to focus on different channels. Like obviously then ads will not be the end all and be all for growth. Like you will get to like out of home advertising, you will get to like commercials on TV, Super Bowl ads. So if you're really like a big player out there, you need to think of different ways to scale your business rather than just like focusing on ads, influencer seeding, etc. Those kind of avenues help you really ramp up your business and have that omnipresence scale. Retail could be one of them, like going into Walmart, going into Target. Those kind of channels could really help you elevate your brand to the next step and help you scale even further rather than just focusing on DTC, and just have an overall amazing business that can be here for a lifetime. And yeah, so those are the 4 things you should do if you don't want to grow your business. I hope this video was valuable to you. If you found it valuable, please leave a like down below, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of these videos every week, and I will catch you in the next one next week.